Former President Trump, who could potentially face DeSantis for the GOP nomination, was campaigning in New Hampshire yesterday. This was his first major campaign event since President Biden announced earlier this week he was running for re-election, and Trump did not hold back in his remarks on the incumbent. NBC News correspondent Vaughn Hillyard is in Manchester, New Hampshire for us. Vaughn, good morning. So New Hampshire, of course, is a critical state for Republicans running for their party's nomination. No surprise then that Trump was there, and also no surprise that he took aim at Biden. What exactly did he say?
No, and this is his first campaign event, of course, since Joe Biden's re-election announcement. And, well, he continually pointed to the primary polls to this crowd that show him significantly ahead of any potential other Republican rivals, including Ron DeSantis. He tried to frame this as a general election 2020 rematch against Joe Biden. Take a little listen to what he said last night in New Hampshire.
There's never been anyone in the history of American politics so crooked or dishonest as Joe Biden. The choice in this election is now between strength and weakness, between success or failure, between safety or anarchy, between peace or conflict, and prosperity or catastrophe. We are living in a catastrophe. With your vote on November 5th, 2024, we're going to crush Joe Biden.
In this, for Donald Trump, of course, is New Hampshire, a state that he lost in 2016 and 2020 to Joe Biden. But it's also that all-important second primary state in the Republican primary. So while we are heading into the summer months of campaign season, this for Donald Trump was him trying to set the stage and the pressure on other Republican lawmakers here and making the case to the voters to stick with him and remain loyal for a third time, Sinclair.
Yeah, and Vaughn, I mean, when it comes to setting this stage, it strikes me that the New Hampshire GOP primary will take place next February, and we have recent polling. It shows that Trump is well ahead of potential contenders for president. What exactly are voters there where you are, New Hampshire, saying about Trump running again?
Each of the individuals I talked to consistently said that they felt like the Trump years of the administration were good years for them, and that they feel like they should have the loyalty to turn to him again because he's determined to give this a third go. Take a listen to a few of the folks who we talked to. Had you guys considered anybody besides Trump in the Republican race?
Nope, Trump's my man.
No, doesn't matter who's going to
Trump
run
100%.
Does not matter who's going to run against him. Because he's already been there. He knows who the swamp creatures are. He knows who his enemies are. He did it once. He's going to go in there and he's going to do it again.
Donald Trump, not only from conversations but polling, has built a solid base of support. It's going to be hard for other Republicans to chip away at that here. But for Donald Trump, of course, it's making the bigger sales pitch that he could also win in the general election. And he's going to have to make that case to Republican voters to lock this down here in the months ahead, Sinclair.
Yeah, time will tell on that one. And Vaughn, I do want to turn and talk about a moment that happened yesterday at a diner where Trump actually hugged a woman who was convicted in connection with the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Can you just tell us a little bit more about that moment and exactly what he said to her?
Right, it's notable because Donald Trump has remained sympathetic to those January 6 defendants, including those who have served jail time. He has suggested potentially giving them full pardons if he were to get back into the White House. This particular woman was inside of that diner that he walked into, signed her backpack, called her a, quote, terrific woman. To note, I actually had a long conversation with this woman at a rally last year. She is part of an extreme right movement known as Negative 48. It's a wing of the QAnon movement. She is somebody who has called for the execution of members of Congress over the certification of Joe Biden into the White House. She has a litany of conspiracy theories in which she promotes. She is somebody who served about 180 days in prison for refusing to leave the Capitol grounds there on January 6th, the day of the insurrection. But for Donald Trump, this is part of his effort to really try to make these individuals sympathetic. He continued yesterday to call the 2020 election rigged. Of course, that is not the case. But for Donald Trump, he is trying to make the case as to why voters should give him another attempt, and part of that is by suggesting that the last election was unfairly taken from him.
All right, important analysis. Vaughn, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.